Hey, yo, what up, my fellow 20-something-year-olds? If you clicked on this video, it clearly spoke to you some way. Yeah, I'm going to talk about college and feeling lost in your 20s because I get how it is. I'm living through it right now. Uh, I am about mid 20s now, and I still don't have my college degree. I just got my associates from a community college, and I'm currently applying to different universities. I'm a computer science major. You know, the typical, right? The very typical male, right? It's very typical at least. So I feel like this might speak to some people, I guess. But anyways, I felt very lost throughout my career. I graduated during COVID. Um, I graduated high school during COVID, and I felt very lost. I felt like I couldn't do school. I mean, I tried to do college, right? I tried to do college, and it was more just to please my parents. It wasn't anything I was passionate about. I started off in a completely different, an art related field, and I just absolutely hated it. And I was so depressed from COVID and missing out on graduation, all that stuff. So it was a tough time. And I eventually just said, screw it. I'm just gonna go work. I'm just gonna go make some money. And I did. I worked my butt off for a solid year and a half, and got a job. I was a server, and you know, it sucked, but I made super good money, so it's fine getting yelled at. But after that, I worked my butt off again to get another job, and that was at a big tech company. I won't say what tech company, but you can probably understand. It's a big tech company with a retail store, so you probably know. But that was nice. I climbed up the ranks there a lot, and it was actually super nice. And I was making really good money, like more than my server job at a retail job. It was freaking nuts, right? And but I really wasn't happy, and I remember thinking that this job would make me happy, that this job would be everything that I ever wanted, and it just wasn't. It wasn't at all what I wanted. It still was, you know, like the hours sucked. I hated my fellow employees. I mean, not hated, but like they're all fake. I never really connected with anyone. I never really talked to them outside of work. They all had their own cliques, and I was never a part of it. I just kind of focused on myself, and I kind of focused on stuff that I wanted to do, and um, that's just what I did. And I never really hung out with anybody from work. I just kind of, I mean, thankfully, I have friends from high school that I'm still friends with now, and that helped a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that helped a lot. I also had a girlfriend, still have a girlfriend, but so that helped. I wasn't as lonely as some other people, right? Who have literally nothing and they're just working 40 hours a week. For that, I've nothing but sympathy for you. But I still felt lost because I saw these people working there for 10, 15, 20 years, and you know, I just still felt I did not want to be like that. I did not want to be someone who works 20 plus years for a retail company. That's not what I wanted to do. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get out of this shit. Um, and that was a tough decision. Thankfully the benefits included school, so I got a little bit of free college, which was nice. But I couldn't, because I was full time working, so I couldn't do full time college and full time work. It just didn't work for me. So I started looking for more jobs, and eventually I found a new job at a local business, which is, oh my god, a godsend. Like, let me tell you, the difference between corporate America and a local business is, oh my god, just there's no like HR department. There's no people that talk to you and about your performance and how you can improve, and it's so fake. Oh my god, I'm sure you know if you've had any of this experience, but it is so fake. So fake. all of it, all of it. It's all, you're all just acting and pretending, and you know, God, working, and I'm still working there now, working for a small business with two bosses. That's it, you know, like 4 or 5 people company, and it's like, it was just incredible. I'm talking to them, they have real lives and real stories. They barely make it, you know, they don't make millions of dollars a year. They make a modest living and treat you well. They understand your concerns and everything. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Um, I landed that job, and that's amazing. It pays a little less, but it pays about the same. Um, and so I decided to go back to college and really do full time college, and get my career on track. And I went to CS major, as a lot of people do, and I graduated with my associates. Um, and that was hard, right? That wasn't easy for me. I wasn't really a college guy. I never really took school seriously. In high school I had a very low GPA. I just never took it seriously. I never cared, and having to study. Quick tip for CS majors: avoid ChatGPT like the plague. Just study, man. Just study. Yeah, I had to study, and it's a pain in the ass, but I got it done. I got my associates, and I find myself in a pickle, right? Because I didn't do very well in community college. I didn't do very well at all, and it's been stressing me out. I've been applying to different universities, and I'm just really scared that I won't get into them, and it feels like all of my work would have been for nothing, because if I don't get into them, I just don't know what to do. And I still love my job right now, but it's not a forever job. I'm very passionate about the field I'm going into, and what I'm doing a lot of side projects, and it's just tough, it's really tough. And I feel like my friends have been getting more and more disconnected from me. Like my girlfriend's been great still, and I love her so much. We've been together for so long. I love her so much. But it's just like, life is moving, Life keeps moving. It doesn't stop. I'm in my mid-20s now, and life's not even close to stopping. And more and more opportunities are coming up, and I just feel like I don't have anyone to really talk to them about. So hence why I'm making this video, making this YouTube channel. I want to kind of vent my thoughts. I want to journal a little bit, and see what you guys think. See if you guys have had any similar experiences to this, because I'm sure you have, right? Everyone has their own experience, but I feel like most people this age has kind of similar experience right now. A lot of people feeling lost. A lot of people are trying to find themselves and who they are, what they want to be, how to get there. So yeah, I've just been struggling a little bit, and I'd love to hear your guys' stories, see what you're coming up with, what kind of strategies you developed to help you, and I don't know. I want this to be an open community. I really want people to speak their thoughts and say what they want to say, because I know I've been suppressed about my feelings and my emotions. I've had to keep it in. I'm sure a lot of you similar experiences. You gotta always been told, suck it up, be a man, right? And anytime I bring up my concerns, I feel invalidated, and so I just never expressed them. I never expressed how hard life is. And a lot of people think my life is perfect, nothing, I'm doing everything so great and there's nothing wrong, right? And that's it's so hard when people think that of you, when internally you're disappointing them. And internally you don't know where you're going, and you don't know what you're doing, and it's just hard, But life keeps moving. It doesn't stop. And I'm not I'm not saying this so I can sorrow in it. I'm not saying this so I can be sad. And no, I'm still doing my personal projects. I have 3 or 4 personal projects I'm working on and spending 4 or 5 hours a day on. Um, I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to make this work, right? I'm not slacking. I'm not using this to slack. I'm working really hard, and I know a lot of you out there are working really hard too. And if you're not, it's okay. The slump will fade. You'll get a burst of motivation, I promise, and you'll just start doing shit. But I don't know. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear what's going on in your life. What are you thinking, and how is your life panned out? Because I know everybody's not the same, and it's not easy for anyone. Not any single person in this world is it easy. We gotta be there for each other. Gotta be there for each other. Yeah. I love you guys. I hope your life is going good, and if it's not, I hope it gets better. I really, truly do. But have a good one, y'all. Peace.